Let's look at how to use astrological magic with the help of the angels this time. And we have some certain known enemies, so we can predict their actions a little bit by astrology here. And we have a birthday that is alleged since many years. We can't be certain, so this is all just an example. And that makes the person to have the Sun in Libra, Gemini Moon and Scorpio rising. And Sun conjunct Saturn and Mercury conjunct Neptune in the 12th house. And Pluto ruler of the ascendant in 22 degrees of Leo. Mid-heaven Pluto against North Node I see. Jupiter square amplified, Mars and Pluto in trine in Sagittarius, which causes action. And here for the interesting part, we should look at Pluto, Mercury, Neptune and Uranus in special, since we are looking at Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, born 7th October 1952, 9:30 in the morning in Petrograd, or then called Leningrad as well, and then now St. Petersburg, local time. And what I'm going to show here is that Uranus is very important, since we have technologies, industrial, and all those inspirations and evolutions come. Neptune was the rise of communism and socialism. When Pluto came, Nazism and nationalism rose. So when you looked at structures, you don't only take the leader, you look at what they represent. Like in this case, the ideologies of Soviet and communism, Stalin, Lenin and all that, and compare them astrologically. And then you can also look at the birthday of the Soviet Union when communism arrives, the time of the proclamation, and look at that chart. Same goes to communism. Then you can look at the birth date and make a natal chart of modern Russia and Ukraine. And also look at the ephemeris and sidereal. And astrocard topography charts over the area and countries. And always use the proclamation date, time and place. If there's a communistic party or a fundamentalist party or a dictatorship, look at the exact date and place where that happened, since that will give you a chart for how it will progress. And you combine, you don't just look at one person and so on, you look at all the combining factors, so you have different natal charts for each of them. And since we know that Neptune and Uranus and Pluto are very strong here, that means that it shows what I always follow when I look at astrology. What is Uranus doing? I'm calling on Uriel, just to ask him to keep an eye and make a petition. I know that there are many modern black magicians who claim that they have all the world power and they know how to, and the elite. That doesn't really work like that. All the planets have demons and angels, and then you have the forces, and you can't act upon somebody's will without losing your own soul. And in one way, if you attack one person, you might think that you win over Putin, but Putin wins over you, since you become like Putin. That's how magic works. But to make protection for a country or an area with the help of the angels, you call on the angels, the archangels. You can call on the Shem angels. We know that he's born 7th of October, who's the ruling Shem angel there. Ask for a petition that they keep an eye on him. He's very intelligent, and I got a sense that he is quite has intuition very strong. So you can't creep up on him with any kind of low magic or witchcraft or something like that. That won't happen. And he's got quite a powerful protection with the Russian Orthodox Church, but also from the Muslim world, since he supports the jihad in Syria. And Putin has his own religion. He mixes both, whatever he chooses to do, and so he has support from both the Muslim, who have Picatrix, then we have Saint Cyprian in Russia and Scandinavia and all those other things. So there's a lot of power behind the power, and then of course we have Enochian, and but what you can do is always to send in something good, something to keep it stable. And that means that if he's feeling the pressure cooker now, within and the turmoil, since he's affected by the planets, let's just remember that his midheaven is Pluto, and he has a great love for the motherland. And there is that risk that he believes that he truly is honoring the motherland. And he won't go down easily, and he's intelligent. So he has everything covered, but you can work on it to call upon the angels to keep an eye and hold him balanced there. I was asked about the thing that like the shamans did in the old days, they evoke a spirit out of a body and then they put in another body in, like that witchcraft Hollywood movie thing. And yes, it works in movies, but in real life it doesn't really work that well. And when you attack him and he's got powerful protection, that makes him even more. So you have to take it out with balance and leave it up to God. And but you can assert angels to guard him and try to keep him somewhat in control. So they can shield him from some influences if it's necessary, since he's under attack from every part of the world magically. So that keeps his mental state more stable, and everything happens for a reason. And it's much since the modern way of thinking that suddenly we are remembering romantically what the communism was like. I met many that came from Eastern Germany and Russia from the Cold War. They were destroyed for lives, what they saw and what they experienced. A human has no free will. You are just a number. You are part of the system. Love doesn't exist. You have no emotions. You can't think for yourself. You can't speak for yourself. Remember Stasi, KGB. Neighbors spying on each other. Family members spying on each other. And when we have this new movement, when everybody repeats and they are woke and nobody thinks for themselves, they are followers of others. They don't think and make their own decision based on their own faith and beliefs. They just follow and buy and do whatever they are told to. And especially in the universities, you have these activism things, this and that, but nobody has their own beliefs. They listen to somebody who doesn't even know history. And they follow them because they have followers. So if you are going to do magic, you must learn to think for yourself, be authentic, be honest, loyal and true to your holy guardian angel. and as well as with the angels. And you can work with this. Why I chose 21st September for a special date a couple of weeks ago. I knew what 21st was about. Uriel told me that I should do something back then. And so this is how it works, and it is not for destruction, it's to keep balance, and when something is dark you bring down the light, and that is what magic is all about. And now you heard some strategic military magic and theurgy that is used by the military itself and by priests in the military and so on. And this is military strategy alongside with the angels. And have a magical day. Bye for now.